When does a person truly learn who they are? According to Yossi Ghinsberg, it's in those moments when they feel death's breath on their neck. What began as a quest for gold in 1981 led him into the dark heart of the Amazon. There, he didn't just find gold, he found himself. But the price was terrifying. 22-year-old Israeli Yossi Ghinsberg had come to South America after his military service, dreaming of exploring the world. In 1981, in La Paz, Bolivia's capital, he met a mysterious Austrian named Karl Ruprechter. Karl introduced himself as a geologist, telling tales of a secret indigenous village filled with gold deep in the Amazon. Karl managed to convince not only Yossi, but also Kevin Gale, an American photographer, and Marcus Stam, a Swiss teacher. The four-man group embarked on what seemed like a dream adventure, but none of them suspected anything about Karl's true identity. In November 1981, they entered the Amazon rainforest. The first days went smoothly, but as they ventured deeper, contradictions began to emerge in Karl's stories. Sometimes he would forget the routes he claimed to know. Sometimes he would suggest different paths entirely. In the third week, Marcus fell ill. His foot was swollen, his fever rising. During this time, Yossi noticed strange changes in Karl's behavior. One night, he caught Karl rummaging through his bag. There were no documents about gold inside, only strange notes. When Marcus's condition worsened, Karl split the group. He and Marcus would return, while Yossi and Kevin would continue forward seeking help. But Karl and Marcus vanished one morning. Neither their bodies were found nor any sign they had survived. Yossi and Kevin were now completely alone. Kevin revealed that Karl wasn't a real scientist. Even his name might be fake. The pair decided to reach the Tuichi River, build a raft, and return to civilization. Their makeshift raft of simple branches was caught by the river's current. Suddenly, rocks appeared and shattered the raft. Kevin fell into the water and was swept away by the current. Yossi tried to save him, but the powerful current dragged them in different directions. And then that moment came. Yossi Ghinsberg was completely alone, in the middle of the Amazon rainforest, not knowing his friend's fate. The first night was a nightmare. When morning came, he made himself a promise. I will get out of here alive. Yossi's 21-day struggle tested the limits of human willpower. He walked following the river, ate wild fruits, drank rainwater, but the forest continued to test him. His boots had disintegrated, blood flowed from his feet. Worms living under his skin infected his cuts. In the second week, his mental state deteriorated. He had hallucinations, thought he was talking to his dead friends. His worst moment was realizing there were worms in the wounds on his feet. The only way to remove these parasites was to pour flammable liquid and burn them. The pain was unbearable, but he had no choice. In the third week, he was ready to give up. He had lost half his body weight and could no longer walk. One day, as he lay by the riverbank, waiting for death, he heard a motor sound in the distance. With all his strength, he got up and ran. Yes, a boat was coming from afar. The boat was sent by a search team organized by Kevin. Kevin had been rescued by local people and returned to search for Yossi. When the rescue team found Yossi, they were stunned. The 22-year-old was unrecognizable. He had lost 17 kilograms, his body covered in wounds. But the light of life still sparkled in his eyes. While receiving treatment in the hospital, he learned the truth. Karl Ruprechter's real name was Karl Ruprechter, and he was a fugitive criminal. Neither geologist nor anthropologist, just a con man deceiving tourists. Marcus's body was never found. The Yossi who emerged from the Amazon after 21 days was not the same person who had entered the forest. This experience taught him the value of life and the power of human willpower. Today, Yossi Ghinsberg is a motivational speaker and writer. His story became a movie. Books were written. But if you ask him, the real treasure is the inner strength he found during those 21 days in the Amazon. Sometimes getting lost is the only way to find yourself.